Another time in history class in middle school, me and Paulie Fingers, we had gotten separated in the beginning of the year because we talked too much. So what happened was, I'm bored in class and I'm like, what the fuck, how can I get Paulie's attention? So I had an elastic. And I'm like, I'll shoot this paper clip out of my binder across the room. It'll hit the wall on the side of him, he'll look at me, we'll get a little laugh out of that. So I take the fucking thing, I shoot it, I hit him right in the side of the fucking head. He's like, fuck. The teacher turns around and goes, hey, get to the office. He's like, oh, no, I got hit with a paper wasp. So now the teacher's looking around like, who the fuck did it? Paulie looks at me quick. I'm like, no. I point at David, which is our buddy, minding his fucking business, doing his work. So he goes, oh, David did it. David puts his head up. What the fuck? I didn't do nothing. He's like, David, get to the office. I'm like, hey, poor fucking David. So this other time, I had brought this fart machine to school, and I told my buddy Michael. Michael was a buddy of mine, and Paulie's buddy, and he always came in. He always had work boots on and like a mushroom hairdo. So I'm like, hey Michael, we'll get a substitute teacher today. I'm like, hey, put this machine in your pocket real quick. We'll mess around. He's like, oh, I don't know. So after a bit of talking him into it, he's like, all right, but don't press it a lot, because then I'll get in trouble. I'm like, no, I won't. So he agrees to it. He sticks the thing in his backpack. So we all go in class, we all sit down. Michael puts his backpack behind his chair. And so then we're sitting there, and the new teacher, the substitute teacher, is talking to us. And I press the machine, and she hears it. She turns around. And Michael turned all red. He was all nervous. So I pressed it again. And then she looked in his direction and he's like, no. No more, stop. And I'm like, so I wait a few seconds, she's looking. She's like, I don't know what that is, but I hope that's not what I think it is, So she turns around, I press it again. She turns back around again. Michael's now, he's all red, he's all nervous. I keep pressing. She looks right at him. She's like, Michael, what is that? He's like, oh, I don't know. He's reaching in his backpack trying to shut it off. She's walking towards him. She comes over, and he's all nervous. His face is all red with his mushroom hairdo, and he's unzipping his backpack, and I'm pressing it, and it's getting louder and louder. And she takes it out of his backpack, and she's like, what is this? He's like, oh, I don't know. And I'm sitting there pressing it.